Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do my favorite makeup products of 2024. I've been seeing this video going around everywhere and I really wanted to participate in it. So I'm excited to show you all of my favorite makeup of 2024. Some of these products I'm going to share didn't come out this year. I think they maybe came out previous years, but it's what I used religiously all of 2024. So I wanted to share that, and in a separate video I'm going to do all of my favorite little things of 2024 as well, which will include makeup but also more like lifestyle and fashion. But today I wanted to just focus on makeup. So excited to dive right in. And the very first thing, I kind of cheated on this, but I feel like it's okay because I haven't had this palette all year, but this palette I feel like is the star of the show for me for this year. I did get this in the Sephora anniversary sale, and which was like what, 2-3 months ago maybe, or maybe 2 months ago. So I haven't had it that long, but I know that if I would have gotten it at the beginning of the year, I would have used this palette every day. I talked about it in the last video that I made, but this is just honestly the most beautiful everyday palette. And I think that if you're gonna spend money on a palette like this, at least make sure you wear it every day. I have a couple of other palettes that I love, but I don't gravitate towards them, and so it kind of is like a waste of money for me. But this one, I just know I'm going to use every single day. I have been using it every single day since I got it, and so I feel like I cheated a little bit because I haven't had it all year, but I just love it so much, and I'm obsessed with it. Nobody compares to Natasha Denona, so definitely probably one of my favorites. The next product, again, I cheated a little bit, but I promise the rest of the things I've had for like the full year, but I did want to include my Hourglass Evil Eye palette. I have also only had this for a couple of months, but I use my Elephant palette every single day. I didn't bring that one in this room to show y'all because it is old, and that's why I got this new one. But I use that palette every single day. And ever since I got this palette, I've also been using it every single day. So honestly, I just feel like all of Hourglass's palettes are just beautiful. They are literally make your makeup look so nice. And so that's why I put this in there, because it's going to take place of my Elephant palette. But I do use this every single day. So those are two of the more newer items that I picked up. But again, I think these palettes are everything. I love both of these brands, like could do no wrong in my eyes, and so wanted to share those two items. Okay, so for foundation, my favorite foundation, I think, since I got it as well, has been the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I think this is a really beautiful foundation. It is medium, and I think you could build it to full coverage. I'm wearing it today, but I think this is a really beautiful foundation. I hate the packaging, I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks extremely cheap, and I just, like, this would not be what I would want to put on my vanity to display. But what matters are the contents. I have it in the color Toasted Coconut, so I feel like it's just an overall really beautiful foundation. I think it's an everyday foundation. That's just me. But I've been wearing it every single day since I got it as well. And when I am not wearing this one all year, I also wore the It Cosmetics Matte Foundation CC Cream, or Matte CC Cream. I wore that all summer because it's super hot in Texas, and I really liked it because it kept my face semi-matte but not too matte. And so I also think that foundation is beautiful, but I do think that this kind of has taken the throne since then. So definitely, I think one of my favorite products of 2024 as far as complexion goes. All right, so moving into a primer, I kind of did it a little bit backwards, but one of my favorite primers this year has been the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. I have this in the color Juice Boost. I love this thing. I'm not having the best skin right now, and when I put this on, it really just makes my skin feel so nice and hydrated, and it gives like a really pretty glow from within. It does look dark in the bottle, and I was worried when I got this shade, but once you blend it in, you really don't see any color to it. It really just gives you a beautiful base to put your foundation on. So I also wear this alone. Like if I'm not going to wear foundation, this just makes your skin look really nice. I also love the Saie Sun Glow. I go between both, but I think this is definitely my favorite product I've purchased. I'm almost done with it, so definitely going to pick another one of these up. And if you're oily, I think you could still use it. Again, it's not something that's going to be like shiny, but it just gives such a beautiful beautiful glow, and I just love the consistency of it as well. So love this primer. And then for concealer, this has been my favorite concealer all year long. I just started using the Tower 28 one, and I do love that one. I think it's amazing. But this Natasha Denona, or the Glam Concealer, is truly one of the most beautiful hydrating concealers I've ever tried. I used to use the Hourglass one, but I found that it was a little bit drying just as I've gotten a little bit older. But this is super beautiful. It provides full coverage and it just looks airbrushed. Honestly, it's just an amazing concealer. I'm on like my third tube already and I love it so much. I will continue to repurchase it. Yeah, I can't really say any other good things about it other than it's hydrating, it's full coverage, it looks beautiful every single time, and you just really can't go wrong with it. Moving into bronzers, I don't know if this LYS bronzer came out this year or like in a previous year. I'm not sure, but I used this all year long. I love this. Oh my gosh, it looks like I melted it off, but I love this bronzer stick. I think it is one of the most beautiful bronzers that you could get at Sephora. I've tried a lot of bronzer sticks, but I truly think that this is one of the best ones out there, and I love how cheap it is. I think this is like $20. All of LYS is really affordable, so I love that about just the brand itself. But what I also love is obviously the formula. I could literally put a line and it takes me like 2 seconds to blend it out. So I just really think this is a great product. I have tried, like I said, other bronzing sticks that I really like as well, but this one took the cake, and I, again, have used a ton. I think I'm almost out of it. The only thing I'll say is it is really messy, but I think that's just like any kind of foundation stick or bronzer stick gets this messy. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But other than that, I think it's a great product and definitely something that I used all of 2024. Okay, so moving into the blush category, I have some cream blushes that I want to talk about as well as a powder. But we'll start off with the cream. So my very favorite bronzers or cream bronzers of 2024 have been the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. I think these are her, I think they're just Yummy Skin blushes. I love these things, and I'm actually noticing a pattern, but I think I really like Danessa Myricks and Natasha Denona. But these are probably the best just cream blushes that I've ever found. These are some of the most hydrating and blurring blushes that you'll ever find, to be honest. And I love them. I have them in the color Jubilee and also the color Rose and Brunch. And I just use it with a like stippling brush and apply it all over my cheeks. And they look the exact same, but Jubilee is more of like a peachy kind of color, and then Rose and Brunch is a more pinky color. But they are just like my ride or die blushes. I always gravitate towards these. These are my go-tos every day. If I'm having a bad skin day, I'm gonna use these. I also like the fact that they come in a pot like this, or this kind of component, because I do find that when I use cream blushes that I just like put on my skin, it can sometimes drag my foundation, but I promise you these will not do that. Like, they are so like foolproof, you can't mess them up. I will say they are pretty pigmented, so what I typically do is I like get a brush and then put a little bit on my hand, and then I blend in my my blush. But yeah, these are just amazing. I can't wait to try more colors like in the summer. They have a lot of really fun, vibrant colors that I really want to try, but these are, I think, two of their more neutrally ones. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking these out if you haven't done so yet. And then for my powder blush, I really loved the Haus Labs blush in the color Fire Moon. I also think that this is overall a really great formula for blushes. It's very, again, smoothing and blurring, which is exactly what I want in a blush. I don't like super glittery blushes because I just feel like it accentuates a lot on my skin, like things that I don't want to kind of show, like my pores and just any texture. So that's why I like more of a satin finished powder blush, and I feel like this is exactly that. So this is, again, the color Fire Moon. It's just a really pretty kind of bronzer type blush, but I really like it. I'm sure you've heard all about it, and my favorite way to pair this is with this cream blush underneath, the Danessa Myricks in Jubilee. So I usually put Jubilee on the bottom, and then I kind of like obviously blend it out, and then I put this on top, and it just gives such a beautiful, just a beautiful combination. Okay, so moving into powders. So my very favorite powder of all time and of this year is the Kosas Cloud Set powder, but this year I discovered the pink powder, and I think it's their, yeah, it's their candy shade, and oh my god, this is literally the most, I promise you, blurring powder I have ever used. I'm having, like I mentioned, really bad skin right now, and it blurs every single pore and every single kind of just texture on my skin. I love this, and I think that this pink kind of color really does help with brightening your under eyes. So, I mean, obviously you can't see it, but honestly, I just feel like the Cloud Set formula is amazing. I've also tried their blushes, which I really like, and I almost put in this video, but I think that the Haus Labs kind of took the cake for me. But overall, I think this is probably one of the best powders, especially if you're a little older or struggle with texture. I feel like this would be a really great powder, and I really don't think that you could go wrong with this. So this has been my favorite, and again, I love the pink kind of trend that's going around. I think that this is overall a really great powder for under your eyes, and then I use a different one for everywhere else. But what I like to do personally is I like start powdering right here and bring it up, and then I also powder down here. And if you kind of struggle with smile lines, it really does help to kind of blur them out. So love that. All right, so moving into lips. So I have a couple of lips products that I wanted to share. I don't wear that much lipstick. So I think my favorite chapstick of the year, or kind of like lip treatment, has been the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve lip treatment. I love these. I think that they provide the most hydrating or hydration of all of the different lip kind of peptides that I've tried before. I have the color Creme Brulee here, and it's what I'm wearing today. Honestly, I typically will wear this with a lip liner, and that's it. I think it's just a really hydrating lip product, like I mentioned. Another really great kind of lip gloss that I have really loved this year is a Big Lip Plumpgasm. I hate the packaging. I literally feel like it looks like a 5th grader's or like a 3rd grader's play makeup. But I love the product, so I really just have enjoyed this lip product. It is a very just beautiful, again, hydrating and plumping lip gloss, and I don't think it's like a plumping lip gloss that is too much. I think it provides that plumping mechanism, but it isn't too much. So I loved this. I literally wore this like for 6 months straight, and I think it's a great product. The only thing is, again, I don't like the packaging. I think it's kind of tacky, and it gets really messy as well, like all around the corners. But other than that, I think this is great. And again, I have it in the medium. I do really like just the original Pillow Talk, but I thought that this would look better with my skin tone. So love this. And then for lip liners, I have to give it to the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils. These are, I have so many lip pencils, but these are the two that I always use literally all the time. And this is in the color Wherever Walnut and, let's see, Anywhere Caffeine. I love these two. I think Wherever Walnut's probably my favorite, and I usually wear it like with this lip combo, or I add one of these. Either one of these two are what I wear, and then I just kind of interchange my my lip liner. So really, if I'm being honest, these are probably the 4 most used lip products of 2024, and I have a ton of lip products, but these are just, I just love them, and I gravitate towards them every single time. And then if I had to pick a lipstick, I am a MAC lipstick girly through and through. I think MAC makes the best lipsticks. I've tried Charlotte Tilbury, I've tried a bunch of other ones, but MAC just does it right. And I especially love the color Thanks It's MAC. This color took me for, like, when it went viral, I could not find it anywhere. But I just truly think that this is a perfect kind of pinky nude for my skin tone. I also love how comfortable they are. This is, I think, in their Luster Luxe. Yeah, Luster Glass, sorry. So this is a Luster Glass. So it's a little bit more shiny, kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like a lip gloss kind of. But again, I think that these are the most comfortable, long-lasting, best performing lipsticks of all time. So definitely have to give it to MAC. When I'm wearing a lipstick, it's probably going to be MAC. So okay, so we're almost done. The only other thing I wanted to share was my favorite mascara. I always switch out my mascara, so I don't have like favorites. But this year I really liked the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. This is in the black color. I have actually been wearing brown mascara underneath my eyelashes because I feel like it softens it a little bit. I'm wearing a brown mascara today, but I kind of feel like it looks black on camera. But if I ever want like a dramatic black under eye mascara, I use this one, and I just think it is such an amazing mascara. It comes off super quickly, so I'm not having to like rub my eye. Obviously it's a tubing mascara, but it just provides like really beautiful length. I don't like it on my top lashes because I typically wear magnetic lashes anyway, so I don't need to use it on the top, but I do love this as an under eye mascara. It is great, and I really want to get the brown one, so that's what I'm going to get next. But overall, fantastic mascara. Okay, so the last two things I wanted to talk about were my favorite perfumes of 2024. I want to do a full video of my like full perfume collection because I've added a lot of perfumes to my collection since I last did a video, but I think these are the two that I really fell in love with in 2024. I was gonna add the Glossier You one, or Dew, I think it's called Dew, but I haven't had it that long, and with perfumes, I'm very just like picky, but I do love that one, and I think that was definitely one of my favorite perfumes of 2024. But just because I wanted to pick, actually I picked two because I couldn't really decide, but I really wanted to just give honorable mention to Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato, because honestly, when I first bought this, it's the only thing I wore. I wore this for months, and I had a tester and I used it all, and then I bought the full bottle. And I love this perfume. I think it is beautiful. It is girly and feminine and gourmand, but not too gourmand. I actually purchased the Burberry Goddess perfume because people said it was gourmand and just like sexy. I cannot. That scent is too sweet for me. So I like gourmands, but not like too much. And I feel like this Kayali perfume is like exactly my favorite type of gourmand. So if you haven't heard of it, this has pistachio, gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy notes. And I genuinely feel like it's feminine. It lasts a long time. And I've also noticed that with Kayali perfumes, you do have to let them sit a little longer. Like, when I bought the tester, I didn't love it, but as the tester just sat in my perfume collection, the notes really just became more invigorating. And then same thing with this one. When I first bought the full bottle, I was like, why does it not smell as good as I remember? But just letting the bottle sit for a while, like, I don't know what it does to the juices of the perfume, but this is so good. It lasts such a long time on me. I get a lot of compliments on it. So I feel like this is honorable mention for Kayali Pistachio Gelato. I just think it's a beautiful scent. But the other one that I discovered that I also really loved is Fleur's Soft Spot. So this is a little bit newer, but I just know that this is going to be, I'm going to buy the full bottle because I know that this is a perfume I want in my collection forever. So I honestly don't know the notes of this, but I'm going to try to describe it. Don't like judge me if it's not exactly the notes. I'm not good at knowing what perfume notes are like in a perfume, but to me, this smells like a mixture of Vanilla Skin. So it has kind of a little bit of a gourmand, but with Missing Person, which is more like a skin scent. And it's like they had a baby, like Vanilla Skin and Missing Person had a baby. And it just makes such a sophisticated kind of vanilla. Like, I do smell vanilla scents in here, but overall it's just such a beautiful feminine, again, like feminine scent without being like Victoria's Secret body sprays. And no hate to Victoria's Secret body sprays. They actually smell pretty good. Super gourmand smells like that give me really bad headaches. But this, I think, is just the perfect mixture of what you wanted, like what you would want a sophisticated gourmand to smell like. So I have loved this. I actually got it at Anthropologie, but they sell it at Sephora. And when I am done with this, I will be purchasing the full set. Yeah, so overall, those are my favorite products of 2024. I have so much makeup that I could sit here for 3 hours talking about my favorite products, but I truly think that these products are what I use the most this year. So stay tuned because I will be making a video next talking about my 24 of my favorite things of this year. Not only makeup, other lifestyle things as well. So I'm really excited to film that. But other than that, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.